the standard is to know that the three digits of a three-digit number represents amounts of hundreds, tens, and...
Okay, so today we're going to talk about place value. And I'm going to write a number on the board, and I want you to tell me where the hundreds, tens, and ones place is. All right? So we're going to use the number 172. All right, so I need a volunteer who can come underline the tens place for me. You want to come underline it for me? Okay. So you're going to underline the tens place. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Now, who can come and circle the hundreds place for me? Come on. You can go up to your seat. Go. Thank you. All right. And lastly, we have the 2. Can anyone tell me, just verbally, what place value that is?
The 2.
Yeah, what place value is that?
Oh. The 1 and the 1?
The ones place?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ones place. So we have 172. Okay, so if we broke it down, that means we have 100 in the hundreds place. We have 70 in the what place?
Tens place.
Tens place. And we have 2 in the what?
Ones
place.
In the ones place. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw it out using base 10 blocks. So what do I need? Raise your hand. What do I need for the hundreds place?
100.
100, but how do I draw that?
A square.
A square. Okay, so we're going to draw a giant square for the hundreds. I'm going to write 100 in it just so you remember. And then what do I use for the tens place?
A small stick.
The small stick. Yeah, the sticks. So how many do I need to draw?
7.
7, right. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, 7. So I have our 7, and we're going to say that they're 10 each because they are. And then what do I need for the ones place?
2 ones.
2 ones. Yep, so we're just going to draw 2 little cubes. So that's how we would draw it. And the last thing we're going to do is expand it. And when we expand it, it's just how we did up here. The hundreds place, we have 100 of them. In the tens place, we have 70. And in the ones place, we have 2. And when you add them all together, you get 172. So that's how you... Okay, so that was an awesome job on the previous one. So that was our example. We're going to do one more before we start our little game, okay? So we're going to use a bigger number, and it's 3,846. So can someone come underline the hundreds place for me? Awesome, thank you. And I need someone to circle the tens place. Circle it. Awesome job. Okay, and then I need to put a box around the thousands place. The thousands place, put a box around it. Alrighty, and that means I need someone to put an X over the ones place. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so instead of choosing numbers, we are going to play a game with rolling dice. And after you roll the number, you're going to get to draw it, you're going to get to write it out, and you're going to get to expand it all. Okay, so we have 2 dice, and it says roll it, make it, expand it. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll it 3 times, and you're going to get 3 different numbers. So why don't you go ahead and roll for us. Perfect. So you have a 4 and a 1, and then you can roll one more time for the third number. And you're going to write them right here under the roll it. A 4 and then a 1 in the next one. And then you're going to draw. You need to roll one more time for the ones place. Which one do you want, a 2 or a 1?
2.
All right, so write a 2. Now make it is going to be like our base 10 blocks. Do you remember how we did that on the board?
Yes.
Okay, so I want you, so this is for what?
400.
400. So I want you to draw what for the hundreds?
A cube.
A cube. So you're going to draw how many cubes?
4.
4. 4 big cubes. So make them big. No, just regular cubes. Just like a square. Draw 4 big squares. So that's 4. Awesome. So then the tens place, how many do you have?
1.
1, which is how many?
1.
Just
10.
10, right? Okay, so what do you need to draw? Yep, perfect. And then you have how many in the ones place?
2.
2. So what are you going to draw?
2 small cubes.
Perfect. And if you're going to expand it, you're going to have this plus this plus this equals your total number. So how are you going to write that out? Remember how we expanded it?
Yes.
How many do you have in your hundreds place?
400.
400. Perfect. And then how many in the tens?
10.
Perfect. And in the ones?
2.
And what does that equal?
412.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, now it's your turn, and you're going to do the exact same thing. So you go ahead and roll your dice. Perfect. So a 3 and a 6. Or a 6 and a 3, whichever way you want to put it. So write it on your paper. Okay, and the next number. And then what's your third number? You get to roll one more time. Just one of them. Oops. All right, pick a number. 2. Okay, so you do the make it part. Can you draw them out for me and show me how to do that? Perfect. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6. What is that 6 for?
The hundreds.
Perfect. Now can you show me the 3, what the 3 is?
It's 10s.
10. So you draw me those. Got 1, 2, 3. And then what's next?
2 ones.
So we got 2 little tiny cubes. So perfect. You drew it perfect. Now can you write it out for me in expanded form? Perfect. And what's our final total?
632.
Perfect. That looks awesome. Okay, so we're going to move on to something a little bit harder like we did with our example. We're going to use one with the thousands place. All right, you go ahead and roll your dice. All right, you got a 2 and a 3. All right, you got to draw or roll them twice. Uh-oh. Ooh, 1 and a 2. A 1. There you go. Okay. So when you draw it out, instead of for the thousands place, instead of using 3D cubes, you're going to use X's. Okay. So you show me the thousands place. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Now what do you need to do next?
And draw hundreds.
You're just going to use squares.
And 10s.
Alright, so how many? Yep, awesome. And now you're doing your 10s, and what's left?
1.
Your 1s, and you have 1. Awesome. So now can you write it out for me?
Yes, ma'am. 300.
1,000, yep.
Yeah, 3,000 plus 200 plus 20
Perfect.
plus 1
Equals what?
equals 3,221.
Perfect. Awesome.
Remember to put the comma right there.
Now they always say congratulations.